This is AFTV VIP, the official web app with members-only content, has no ads and a live in-game match center. The bias predictor, it has daily polls and the AFTV 11 selector. Just one click away.
Hey guys, welcome to, oh look, it's already buffered. Hey, welcome back to AFTV Daily. Here it is.
Yeah.
Hey Cecil, you alright?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Hi everyone, listen, welcome back to the Daily News Show. Hello. So before go on, are you gonna say the Wi-Fi? Listen, fingers crossed it holds out. This lag FC, I just see a comment coming straight away. Listen, hold on. Alright, everyone keep getting your comments in, throwing a banner. It's early morning. We might have some technical issues, but you know, we're here to let it roll and get through it. But before we begin, I have a little surprise. Yeah, come on, little Arsenal package. Put in the comments what you think this is. Let me know. I'm gonna do a reveal. I'm probably gonna do it right now, actually, if I'm honest. James, you happy for me to do it right now?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, so get your comments in. I don't see any comments yet saying what they think it is. Oh man, it actually looks amazing. It actually, oh, be careful, boy, my address might get shown here. Now, oh, we've got one in. Could be this. Morning, all right. So here we go. Oh, wow, people are proper on it, you know. They are like, when I put it on the story yesterday, I got loads of messages about what it is, and I was like, boy, everyone's on it. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Come on, I don't know if you can see it. Obviously, I haven't got the packaging yet. Let me just back it out. I'm sure people actually guessed it. So shout out to J-Bo. Shout out to, there was a lot of people that actually, Black Owen Martin, black and red training top. Now listen, I saw the boys wear this and I was like, yeah, that's a bit of me. That's a bit of me, blood. So obviously I ordered it early doors. Before we get into it, obviously I'm gonna put it on now. I'm not going to put it on in front of you guys. This isn't OnlyFans. If you want to check out OnlyFans AFTV, it's not available. So I'm gonna go put it on, and I'll be back, James. So you can just intro what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to be back in 2 seconds.
Enjoy. God love Cecil. Right, guys, welcome to AFTV News Daily. Sorry about the lag. Disclaimer out there now. This working from home business. Not gonna lie, I don't like it. I'm relying on internet that I don't like. I'm relying on it's fine. We're making do, but the good news is we've got lots to talk about, lots of great shows that we're running from home. But if there is any buffer or anything cuts out, don't worry. Cecil's here to take the lead, and I'll be back. And here he is. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually really nice.
I'm gonna listen, look at this, yeah. I don't know if anyone can, obviously it's a red badge. Like, just, I know it is, that sounds stupid, but like it's a red and white badge, like it's different than the normal one. It's the feel and it's buff. Are you mad? I'm gonna draw gal at this. Listen, all right, cool. Anyway, listen, I'm gonna get back to actually work. So let's talk about what we're here for today, the Daily News Show. Just to let everyone know watching, the shirt feels, it's proper imprinted. It's lovely. The embroidery is class. You're gonna see this. You're gonna see me in this a lot at AFTV, but hopefully when we're back in the studio filming. Let's get into this, James.
You know what it is, right? It's really nice, okay, but I'm like, they release so much merch. I spent so much money on this shit. And what do I get? I get 3-0 at home to Aston Villa.
Oh, don't, James. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. It's not smack on the TV. Don't do this.
But then I look at it, I'm like, but that is such a nice shirt. Like, I know. Send you a little thank you card. What it should say is thank you for your patience. Thank you for your 15 years of support. But you know, the results aren't great, but we're giving you nice tops. Actually, not. We're still paying 60 quid for them. So
it should say sorry for the loss against Aston Villa. Sorry for raising your blood pressure.
Yeah, get a little card. I'm sorry.
Yeah, facts. I'm trying to find them. I think I paid. It's quite high. It's like £54. I don't know. I think with shipping. So if anyone knows, it's from the Arsenal website. They're selling this top at the moment. Unfortunately, like you said, we'd have to get paid for everything. The 15 or the 14.99 for pay-per-view. You're a wizard, Harry. People are taking it. Is this because of the top?
I think it's me.
Oh, you. Sorry, that's savage. Oh, leave James alone. Oh, stop it. He is very terrible. All right, cool.
Listen, I saw. I think it was. It was the football terrorist Terry. Bless. It was. He basically. I think he does a show where he looks at other fan channels, and he looked at me and Lee, and he went, "Oh my God, we've got Harry Potter and Voldemort in the building." I was like, are you kidding? Like,
the internet is so good. The internet is so good. They're so quick. But listen, everyone, allow James, man. He's a magician when it comes to stats and his job. So do you know what? Take it as all love. Take it as a compliment, James. Because
it's all. Do you know what? I love it. Even the stuff on the football terrace and all this is good banter. I enjoy it. So there's worse things to be called than Harry Potter. Let's put it that way. Like I'll take that.
Facts. It's 10 a.m. and people are coming with banter. I love it. This is what what we need for this daily news show. All right, cool.
Right.
Cool.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's do this.
So, a couple of things to chat about today. Obviously, we've had the top reveal. Well done, Cecil. It is nice. Good work. We're going to chat about David Ornstein. He's the man when it comes to Arsenal transfer news. I know there's other great ones out there, Fabrizio Romano, the AFC Bell, who got a lot of rep for the Thomas Partey reveal. A lot of credit for that. But David Ornstein, he's always there with the transfer stuff. He knows his stuff. He's given us a little update via his YouTube show and The Athletic. So we're going to chat about what he said about Arsenal's transfer and summer and January transfer plans. We're then going to have a little look at internationals because we've had a few appearances last night. Some Arsenal players in internationals. I just want to get your opinion as well on some injury stuff as well, Cecil, because we've seen a few players, not Arsenal players, thankfully, touch wood, getting some pretty long-term serious injuries. And I wanted to sort of chat to you about whether the international break is really what we need right now during a pandemic, the amount that footballers are playing. A lot of these matches, they're just international friendlies. They're not even Nations League. So I'll get your take on all that. But should we go into the Ornstein update?
Yes, please. Let's inform me because I actually don't know much about this. So
no worries. Well,
let's go.
It's a daily news show. We're here to bring news. So Ornstein basically he does a YouTube show where he'll just chat for sort of 10, 20 minutes, I think. And he'll just basically give fans updates on their clubs where he's basically, the show's called Ask Ornstein. Go check it out. It'll basically, you ask him questions and then, he's sort of looked at them ahead of the video and then he'll go answer the best ones in this clip on YouTube. And what he was basically doing was giving us an update on what we can expect from Arsenal over the next two transfer windows. So obviously we've got January to look forward to. I think a lot of people are hoping we might bring in this attacking midfielder that we so crave in January. But he admits that he's not really sure about what our January plans look like in terms of incomings. And from a personal perspective, sorry to put it down on Arsenal fans, but I would just say expect not a lot from January, right? I think we if we didn't have the money to bring these players in the summer, then we don't set Wenger in. He's a maverick. He's actually a maverick. If we don't have the money to bring in players in the summer, we're not going to have the money to bring them in January. Like if we couldn't do Aouar and Szoboszlai from Leipzig, for example, I just don't think those funds are going to be available in Jan. It's only a couple months. Even if we go on a great run, there's no guarantee of top four. There's no guarantee of a Europa League win, that Champions League money. We can't really know what's going to happen. So I would just say don't expect a lot to happen in Jan. What's your take on that? Is that disappointing for you, Cecil? Let us know in the comments as well what you guys think.
Yeah, I'm annoyed. Do you know what? I'm annoyed because I don't think bringing in, say if we're bringing a creative midfielder, it's definitely changing. Thank you, 90-minute mindset. Appreciate that. But yeah, I don't think it's going to change our problems. Like I said, I've said this before. There's a lot of we're papering over the cracks. There's a lot of problems within Arsenal at the moment. Just the way we play, the style of play. Don't get me wrong. It's early still for Arteta, I feel, and he's, like I said previously, he's getting used to having the new players play with each other. But yeah, I would have liked at least one sign. I don't know if we're going to get any, but it'd be nice to get at least one signing in to not do a Saliba and then ship him out on loan, but have him within amongst the squad, even if it's a young player. If I'm honest, that has potential, because nowadays young players are going for stupid money anyway. So it'd be nice to have one. But also, I mean, if we're not going to have anyone, that's quite annoying, if I'm honest, in the January window.
Yeah, well, he basically, Ornstein went on to say that, according to his understanding, Arsenal are looking for a number 10 who can also play on the right. Very interested to see what you think about that, because we've just given Willian a 3-year contract. Pepe is our record signing of all time, and they're two players that predominantly. I know they're two players that predominantly play on the right, and we're looking for a 10 who can also operate out there, which suggests to me that Arteta wants someone a bit like James at Everton, like a number 10 who you can shift wide and will do a job. So I don't know what to read into that. Does that mean we're looking to sell Pepe? Does that mean Willian is going to have a future on the left? We've got Willian, and we've given him a 3-year contract, so he's going to be a part of the squad for at least this season and next. So what's the plan here? And then, what players are we talking about? Are we talking about Emi Buendia from Norwich?
I want Renato Sanchez. That's never going to happen. I've been watching him in the internationals. I think this kid is going to be unbelievable, but it's never going to happen. We need. Do you know what? We need someone, again, the style of Renato Sanchez is we're not going to get him, but he literally drives at defenders. He has no fear in his play at all. I feel like we don't have a player that really does that, or we need someone with just a bit of grit and fight. It's quite an aggressive player. I think Partey does have that in it, that he does do that, but I'm talking like in the front line. I think in defensive wise, I think we're very aggressive with Gabriel and Partey when it comes to defending. But going forward, it's not even pretty football, because we don't even do that, in my opinion, right now very well. So do you know what? I was screaming Zaha when it was the Zaha and Pepe debate when it first came about, when everyone was like, we should get Zaha. That was the person I wanted the most, if I'm honest, over Pepe. But it didn't happen. I feel like he's the guy I'm trying to explain. Terry, he's the guy I'm trying to explain that I would like in my team. Zaha has that grit, has that determination, will fight, and someone that will go down and get us the penalties or free kicks up in the box. I thought Ceballos was going to be the guy for that, but I've still yet to see it. Obviously, Grealish would be ideal. I think we said in our pre-match we would love a guy like Grealish. We said it, and then he literally just destroyed us. Oh, Martin Odegaard, also, I'll be happy with that as well as a signing. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't expect this to happen. Oh, people are saying Mount. I don't know about that. What do you think? I think they're saying.
Ciro here says we need a Mount. Well, I agree. We need a player of his quality and sort of his. Maybe look, Mount's a good player. I'd like someone better than Mount, but someone of that ilk. His style is kind of what we need. Look, I agree. I mean, interesting. A number 10/right winger. I don't really know who that could be. Let's look at other things. Yeah, go on.
So before we move on, definitely need to. I think the right wing spot is yet to be filled and cemented. I think Aubameyang down the middle and maybe Saka on the left. With that for me, I'll be happy with that, and I feel like Arteta could build off that. So that right position, the right wing, needs to be filled with someone of quality or consistency. Like we went through the stats yesterday of the crosses. Like Willian and Pepe aren't even getting the highest amount of good crosses in the box. Like they're not even doing that job, and that's the winger's job. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Oh, Bernardo Silva.
A decent shout. He's not getting as much game time as he'd probably like at City. Very good shout. I saw another one which made me laugh. Where was it?
If it's Ronaldo.
Someone called for Jack Wilshere. I thought.
Do you know what? No, actually, I mean, in that 10 role,
I love Jack, man. Jack Wilshere is top 3 of my favourite players ever at Arsenal. The other 2 are probably Cazorla and Fabregas. Like those, and I know Fabregas obviously went to Chelsea and stuff, but I forget that. Like those 3 were my favourite ever players at Arsenal. Like some of the football they played, like what they could do with the ball at their feet. Like I'd take Wilshere back, and I'd give him like a 150 grand a week appearance contract. So like every time he plays, he makes mad money. But if he does, because he's so injury prone, right?
I hear that. I also, sorry to cut you. I think Jack Wilshere's had the probably most horrid time within football. I reckon he has so many. I think actually I know people that have spoke with him, and he has stories that will actually blow your mind. I feel like he's had the worst and the roughest patch in football through politics, not even just the injuries and his ability. I think there's been a lot of backroom issues. I've heard he's been frozen out by many clubs. So yeah, I agree that he's a great talent. I'd love to see him actually have be looked after at Arsenal again, if I'm honest. But you know, these are all ifs.
Well, yeah, let me just explain this, because before I get clipped up and used and go viral saying I'd give Wilshere 150 grand a week. What I'm saying is, if you get Jack Wilshere fit and back at his best, which not too long ago he was doing that, you've got a player who's well worth 150 grand a week. Problem is, we've not seen that for a really long time, and he's always injury prone. So what I'm saying is, if you gave him a appearance-based contract, which sometimes they exist, they're quite rare, but they exist.
Yeah, appearance bonus.
You're protecting yourselves, but you're also giving him a chance and incentives to be fit and rediscover his best form. So, you know, it's a win-win for everyone if he does rediscover his best. But look, I do ultimately agree with comments like this. He probably is. Well, let's just say how it is. He is past it. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. The move to West Ham didn't work, and he's not going to rediscover his best. But I'm just saying, if we're going to gamble and give Willian a 3-year contract and the amount of money, considering how inconsistent he's been for years, I know he ended last season well, but considering how inconsistent he's been and his age, I don't see Jack Wilshere as any less of a risk on the terms that I set out. So,
great argument. We've got a super chat.
Yeah, trying to bring it up. Oh, it's not coming up on screen. Let me just find it, because one of his.
Jared McCormack. We should spend our time focusing on recruiting more cheaper gems. I agree with that, like Martelli, etc. Cheap and less risk. 75 M's Saliba, 30. 75 M's Saliba, and then 30 M's too expensive. So I think it's talking about Peps as well. Peps or 72. But what's your thoughts on that? I agree. Before you go, I agree. I think in this January window, I agree though. I think sometimes when you get to the end of the season and you look at your club, you sometimes might have to make them big spends. I know we didn't make good spend. Well, we don't know yet of Pepe. I'm not going to shoot him and kill him off now. But so far, it hasn't proven to be worth the figure. Even though like I said, I've said this plenty of times, the figure's nothing to do with the player. So you can't blame him for that. But I think Jared is right here that in the January window, we should look at some young and cheaper gems. Talk to me, James.
Just one thing to say on that. Thank you so much for the super chat, Jared. Where I think he's got a point is, it's not even about picking up gems for 7, 10, 15 million. It's about just recognizing that there's good players around different leagues, especially in the Championship, that you can pick up at a really... Oh, God. No, thanks. Sorry.
No.
But there's players you can pick up. Like, Ollie Watkins came from the Championship, and he looks absolute Premier League quality.
Yeah, carry on. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I agree.
He looks Premier League quality. And there's loads of players. Jack Grealish, when he was in the Championship, could have been picked up for 25, 30 million pounds. Now he's worth 70, 80. Like, why? The thing is, I'm not just saying, well, I told you so. If you'd asked me 2 years ago, would you take Jack Grealish at Arsenal? Yes, 100% I would have. And a lot of people knew that and would have as well. So why is it as fans, we are willing to take those risks and we understand the quality of player we're potentially getting, but these clubs don't want to do it? Like, that's the most frustrating thing for me. Ezri Konsa, starting centre-back for Villa right now, looking at a player, came for like 12 million from Brentford. Like, this is, and he's starting week in, week out. He's a young player, but for Saliba, for 27 million, it's not. Like, and that's not Saliba's fault, but I'm just saying, like, something's not quite right about our recruitment yet. And I think we're doing better. I think we're on the right track. Like, Gabriel, Partey, good signings. Willian, even if he's a flop, I think he's worth the risk because he came for free. Runnison, decent backup. Like, we're doing some decent business. Ceballos back on loan, great. But I don't know why we're not dipping into other leagues. Emi Buendia would have been a great addition as an attacking midfielder. Why did we not sign him? Todd Cantwell from Norwich. Ben Rama. We all knew he was good enough, Ben Rama. Now he's gone to West Ham.
Big facts. I know. James, but the thing is, yeah, when we do our pre-match build-up show and we talk about what we clearly see from a stats and pundit perspective and a player's perspective, we feel like we get it right. And we've been proven a lot of the time right. Then the club does the complete opposite. And it's just like I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. The person that said about the Pepe agenda, it's 36. This is what I want to see Pepe at 10, in the 10 role. And it's not even an agenda. I think Willian and Pepe have both been poor. I was just champion Willian at first because I believed, I was proven correctly, Arteta would trust Willian more, which he did. But then it proved to be, well, again, the Aston Villa game, it didn't prove to be wrong. And then I did the research on the stats, and they both have just been poor. I feel like while we have them, we might as well play off both of them and put, hopefully, Pepe, I'd say, would be best in the 10. I just wanted to clear that up. We also have, I believe, a super chat as well.
Yeah, let's bring that up.
How can I find this? Apologies.
Sorry, these super chats are ugly, aren't they?
Yeah, they just disappear. Oh, I've got it here.
Well,
sorry.
That's right.
Alan Bastard, MP. Get more English mid-table players plus Grealish, Zaha, with enough overrated foreigners. Do you know what?
But my argument to that is the English players are overrated. Like the premium, the tax you pay on English players is unbelievable. All right, what's Jack Grealish worth? What's Jack Grealish worth? 50 million?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because if Maguire's worth 70, there's.
Well, you know, if you can buy that, Grealish is worth 200. But but what I'm saying is, Grealish is probably in this market a 50 million pound player, right? Yeah. Maybe 50, maybe 60, maybe yeah. You're paying 85 to get him though. 100%.
Agreed. And if Arsenal come in for him or a bit of top 6 club, they will add a higher value on top of him.
100%. Shall we get what else Ornstein was saying?
Yes. Sorry, we got carried away massively then.
No, it's good. I mean, it's good to chat to fans and chat about
keep bringing your comments in. We'll be popping them up all the way through. We love this. Really, this is great chat.
I love chatting with the fans and just sort of hearing what everyone thinks. Especially when they're slagging off our Wilshere and Pepe takes. But that's all right. That's the nature of the job, isn't it? Anyway, he basically obviously Ornstein brought up Houssam Aouar again. Said he's not sure if we're going to go back in for them, but I've read various reports suggesting that, you know, Aouar is still on the market in January. I think Lyon had a bit of a disaster towards the end of the window, thinking they were going to sell quite a few players, and they didn't. And actually, the money they'd have got from us for Aouar became quite necessary. So, thanks, Dwayne. So I do think there's a chance we'll explore that deal again. We'll see. And I thought this was interesting. He said Saliba and Smith Rowe will probably go out on loan in January. It's a shame. I think they're two players we need right now. Like, I think they need to develop and be getting into the first team. So I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But.
Yeah, I find that ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I don't even want to get in. I mean, I think Robbie spoke about it last night, actually, in his live.
Yeah, check out that show, guys.
Yeah.
And then the last bit of sort of news he brought, which I thought this was really interesting. He said that Arsenal rejected a substantial offer from Roma for Lacazette towards the end of the window or during the window. So that is looking like money we really could have done with now.
Yeah, I think that just goes to show that Arteta really wants to keep Lacazette in his plans. I'm yet to know why, but
apparently it wasn't. Apparently we didn't get the offer we wanted, so it was a substantial offer. I'm guessing maybe 25 million, but the club wanted probably something like 40. Now, after this summer, he's got 1 year left on his deal, so his value probably isn't more than 20 million by the summer, and we need to think about whether, you know, we sell him or we get what we can out of him and let him go for free. I'd be inclined to sell him if we're not giving him a new contract. That's not a reflection of how I feel about him. I just don't think you should ever let a player go for free, not someone of Lacazette rep.
No way. But he needs to prove himself more for us to get money off him. If I'm honest, I think Arsenal want him 40. I reckon, probably about 40 million. That's probably what they want for him. He needs to do a lot more for that, I believe, in my complete opinion. But yeah, okay. What else was said? Is there any more?
That's pretty much it from Ornstein. Thought it was a good. I agree with Thapan there. I think you're absolutely right. I think sell him before his value drops.
Yeah.
And get what you can. This is an interesting comment. If I could just find it. They keep, you know, it's like Cecil. They pop up and they disappear.
They're flying. They're flying in.
They really are, which is great, guys. Thank you for sending them in. There was a good one. Apologies if I can't find it, which I can't. Oh, here it is. Oh, just as I was about to click on it, it flies away. This is so typical. Anyway.
Hold on. I'm just going to just bring up. Sorry, Jared McCormack again with the super chat. Thank you. Backup alternative striker. Chris Wood, if Burnley get relegated. 28 years old. That's not a bad shout. I mean, we've got.
I'm so in favour of this, you know. I actually am.
Oh, look, are you a fan of? Do you know what? He's an amazing. He's a good striker. I'm going to say amazing. That's a big pause on that one. But yeah, he's a good striker. Cheap and good.
Different dimension. Everyone needs a Chris Wood in their squad. I'm all for it. Like, I was the sort of guy who back in 2010 was saying, like, take Andy Carroll to the World Cup, just because you never know when with 20 minutes to go you need to bring on Andy Carroll. Like, and no disrespect to Chris Wood, Andy Carroll, these are players who absolutely can do a job for 90 minutes, but not the profile of striker I want at Arsenal. But if they'd be happy to come take a decent wage and play cup games and come on, get
us 10 plus goals in the season, it'd be worth it. It'd be 100% worth it. Something that we would need. But yeah, did you have another
comment? Mkhitaryan now a GOAT in Rome. I agree. You know, this is the problem though. He struggled at Arsenal. In fairness, he got a lot of time to try and, you know, cement a place and prove himself. And I think letting him to go to Roma was a decent move. But he's a sort of profile player we need now. So
the Premier League is different. Sorry, I was going to say the Premier League is a lot different to those other the other foreign leagues. So we've got to be aware of that. He's obviously shining now, but Premier League is a whole different league. I always say you've got to prove yourself here before. Well, you prove yourself anywhere really in the Premier League. So yeah, that's my argument with that. Oh,
I agree.
AFTV, Honky is. That's he paid for that comment. That got me. I didn't even read it. Oh, DJ Dewey, leave my boy alone, man. Jesus, that's funny though. We'll leave that one. We won't. Don't just ignore it, James. Forget that, there, Jake.
I can't tell you. I was on the phone yesterday. Like, we need to sort this out. But in fairness, touch wood, the stream's held out since the first.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good.
Been all right. Anyway, let's get into the internationals. We'll round off with that. Some big international.
45 minutes. What's going on?
Let's start with Granit Xhaka. Hello there. Let's start with Granit. He got his 45 minutes playing for Switzerland. They, I believe, lost 2-1 to Belgium. Came off for Shaqiri at half time, or probably came off for a plethora of players at half time. Good to see him in action. He's not really figured in the Premier League recently. In fact, I don't think he didn't play at all against Man United or against who did we just lose to? Villa. So yeah, good to see him getting some minutes. And then the big one I think is worth mentioning, Hector Bellerin. Congrats on your debut, Hector. I know he's dividing fans at the moment, but I'm a big fan of what he can offer. I agree he's not really in form at the moment, but when he does discover form, I think he can be. I don't know. I'd say he struggled against Villa, but I think everyone did. And the reality is, I think he's been quite better. So I see why Arteta enjoys, having him in the team. Hello. Did we lag?
We lagged a bit. The Kroenke comment probably got back to him. But yeah, no, what you were saying about Bellerin, just say that last bit again, James, because it was important. Go on. Oh, is he there? You there? Perfect. You back?
It's still lagging, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fine. We can hear you. I was going to say, just say that last bit about Bellerin again, because that was key.
No, just saying that. Look, I'm happy for him to have got his debut. I know he's been getting a lot of stick recently, but I think I think on his day, he's a top player. He's an asset for us down that right-hand side. And, I hope he can, I think he's finding form. He just needs to find consistency with that, because he did struggle against Villa. He was, he was bodied by Jack Grealish, wasn't he, for one of the goals, which wasn't a good look. But I do think he can be a really good asset down the right-hand side. I hope this gives him his confidence and he can come back and keep firing for Arsenal. And then the other news was Germany beat Czech Republic 1-0. Leno was on the bench, though, so no appearances there. But that's pretty much it in terms of the internationals, and that's pretty much it for the daily news show. We've got a super chat here.
Yeah, go on.
Here we are.
Okay.
Big up yourselves, guys. Love what you're doing. Are you concerned about talking and bringing emphasis to the summer transfer windows, avoiding dealing with the now high energy needed against Leeds? Yeah, it's a very good point. Sometimes, okay, I'm going to be cynical now, right? I wonder whether sometimes clubs release certain information when they know it's going to just put a positive spin on things. So is it a coincidence that we lose to Villa and suddenly we're hearing news that we want to sign Dominic Szoboszlai and we're well away with our plans to sign players next summer, and we're everyone's talking about Saliba. Oh well, we're looking to loan him out, so don't worry, he's going to get game time. It just feels like certain things maybe are fed to us at a certain time, quite strategically. I don't know what you think about that.
Yeah, I think the club do it a lot, James, if I'm honest. And there's problems at the end of the day. That's, in my opinion, there's problems that need to be solved. I actually, like I said previously, I don't think the window buying someone straight away is going to fix the problems. I think Arteta's still getting his feet with the players. So I think he actually needs the time to work on what we have at the moment and trying to keep pushing them to at least, I don't know, top 4 maybe, but at least in the cup campaigns, focus more on that and get it done. So yeah, Ray Miller says, it seems Arteta chooses players he bought and has been at the club over the Pepes and Salibas of the team. I have said this as well, but this is a tricky one. I think I'm not going to say he has agendas. No, at times I think he does. He does, but we're trying to get through this. Anwesh Mishra says should go for James Tarowski and Mikel. I don't know how to say that last name. Or Yazabal,
I think, and Tarkowski. Look, I don't think we needed Tarkowski, if I'm honest. And I don't know enough about Oyazabal, but I know he's got a good rep in the game. So yeah, potentially. This is an interesting comment, I think. Emiliano Buendia last season in the Prem had the 3rd most chances creating all of Europe behind Messi, and he plays for Norwich. I can't say whether those stats are 100% correct or not, but that does sound. I know he was very high up for chances created in the league last year, and he's a player we would have benefited from. But
Yeah, before we wrap up the Bellerin thing, I hope when he comes back and he finds form, he just works heavily on the defensive side. I think he's lost a yard of pace just from playing or getting older within the game. I think all the younger players have got quicker. So that was always his main attribute. But now I feel like he's not at that level. So defending wise, I just think if he gets more solid on that, I'm not saying he's not a good defender. He does do a job, but just focuses on that, then that's what we need, I think, from Bellerin. I just watched him yesterday and I was like, it's the defensive side that he's very focused on going forward. He does create us a lot of chances, so I'm not annoyed at that, but he has to have the balance playing that win-back role. Right, that's me. Just want to say that before we bounced.
Yeah, no. Cecil, thanks for joining me.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I'm happy for you to wrap up if you'd like.
I was just going to say, obviously, there's the AFTV Moby app, guys. The web app. It's not an app store. It's the web app. You get loads of our content first before we upload onto YouTube. There's premium content as well. We have shows where we test people's techers and whatnot. James is there with Robbie as well doing a press room conference. I think it's great. You get all their conversations about what's going on in the sporting world. Myself doing competitions against influencers and fans with Don Robbie. It's a great app. Go check it out. Thank you as well for staying consistent with us, guys. I just want to say thank you for everyone watching. We had loads of views this morning. So thank you so much for tuning into this show. It's daily, every day at 10 a.m. And yeah, we break it down. Go get your new shirt if you can. I was going to say if you can't afford it, because like I said, nowadays it's tough for people. And yeah, and don't let the club suck you for your money like it does me. But thank you very much. I don't know if James wants to say any words before we go, but I appreciate your love and yeah.
No. Just to reiterate, check out AFTV Moby. We did have a last-minute super chat coming, which I feel obliged to. Thank you very much for getting this in. What do you think about Adam saying Martinez better than Leno? I'm just going to really give a quick one word on that. Adams talks a lot. Club legend, says a lot of good stuff. I'm not sure this is worth looking into. Maybe Martinez is better, maybe he's not, but they're both great keepers. So it was a win-win no matter who we were left with. So thanks for getting that in. And yeah, check out AFTV Moby. And if you want to know a little bit more about it, take a little watch of this. And yeah, it's been me, James B, and Cecil. Thanks again, Cec.
Cheers. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Peace.
This is AFTV VIP, the official web app with members-only content, has no ads and a live in-game match center. The bias predictor, it has daily polls and the AFTV 11 selector. Just one click away.